Fans up backstage here with Mike Metal. Mr. Metal, just want to get some words, your thoughts about losing your belt tonight.
You got a question? You got a question? You got a question for me? Do you? Do you?
Right, like you're gonna do anything.
Fans, welcome once again to CSW Viral. I'm Mike Roycroft. This is Brian Cage. Obviously, as you saw last time on Viral, a couple weeks ago, first of all, we apologize for missing an episode. And as you saw the recap here at the front of the show, I suffered a little vocal damage there. Sorry I wasn't here to bring you another Viral last week. Obviously, I got to address the elephant in the room here. I'm not going to stand here and make some stupid tough guy interview about Mike Metal. I'm not an athlete. It's not my job to challenge people or, throw down the gauntlet or whatever. Mike Metal did what Mike Metal did. He knows I'm not an athlete. I'm just an announcer. My job is to talk about the great athletes here at CSW, including Mike Metal, who I've talked about time and time again, CSW champion, a man to be dealt with in the ring. He's one of our great competitors. It's also my job to tell the truth, which is Mike Metal's a jerk, and he's a bully, and he's proven it once again, coming after me, completely defenseless. I'm not in any position to fight back against Mike Metal. So it is what it is. That's all I really got to say about it. I'm not going to address it anymore. This isn't about Mike Roycroft. This is about Culture Shock Wrestling. Viral is here to bring you the best athletes in action. So with that in mind, we want to talk about what we got coming up today, Brian Cage, which includes a match between the returning David Prime and Justin Overstreet.
Well, sorry to play off of you here, Mike, but talking of neck injuries, we got David Prime coming back from a long hiatus, a broken vertebra in his neck, returning against a face that CSW fans haven't seen in a long time. Justin Overstreet's been traveling around the country. Should be an interesting, I don't want to say a clash of styles, more of a mesh of styles. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out.
No doubt about it. That should be quite a matchup between those two. But without further ado, let's go to the ring. Let's go back to the action. Justin Overstreet versus David Prime.
And we see the long-awaited return of the veteran David Prime. Brian, we saw this man literally get his neck broken by Darius Kane of the Fist the last time he was here. He's had a bit of a layoff healing up from that, and really, it's a testament to his fortitude that he's back so quickly.
Well, he's been in CSW a long time. You hear these fans welcome back chants for Prime, and yeah, like you said, Darius Kane sandwiched Prime's neck through a steel chair, had a cracked vertebra in his neck, had to sit out for a while, and he may not be completely healed. He may just be pulling a fast one on all of us. He loves this business, though. He's going to do everything he can to be in that ring.
Part of the foundation here at Culture Shock Wrestling is David Prime. He's all man. He's tough business there. And we see Justin Overstreet in the ring as well. This young man has been in Culture Shock sporadically, hasn't been here in a while. As of late, has been traveling quite a bit and getting experience wherever he can all around, not just the Southeast, but anywhere in the country, really. Working with the likes of Ray Lloyd, better known as Glacier from WCW. And I'm certain that, nice armbar takedown there by Justin Overstreet. I'm certain that Mr. Overstreet has returned to CSW with a great deal more experience and tricks up his sleeve, if you will, Brian.
Well, you got some guys that are old school. You got some guys that are new school. Overstreet's taking the old school approach, traveling all over the place. Anywhere he can find a job, he is taking it. And he gets a lot of appreciation from a lot of the guys who have been around for a while. Guys like David Prime, who's about as old school as you can get in CSW. This is going to be an interesting mesh of new old school and old school.
No question about that. You see the Spinebuster logo on Justin Overstreet's tights there. That's actually David Prime's big maneuver that he puts away his opponents with. It'll be interesting to see who busts out a Spinebuster first, if either one of them is successful. I'm sure they both got that scouted out about each other. Very nice reversal there. You can see a lot of mat work here, holds and counter holds between these two.
Yeah, these guys are not the high velocity like you see in Cameron Frost and Billy Ray's or Cali Kidd and LaCroix. These guys are going to take their time. They're going to work a body part, and they're just going to wrench it as much as they can and try to wear down their opponent more than wear out their opponent.
And once again, that speaks to the wide variety of styles we see here in Culture Shock Wrestling. I know some of our detractors try to classify this as a one-trick pony, but we've really got a little bit of everything here, and it's on display right now between these two Prime athletes, no pun intended, David Prime and Justin Overstreet. And now you see David Prime on top here. Got Overstreet in a compromising position, but he's in the ropes here. Let's see what happens. Clean break. David Prime kind of letting him know, hey, I could have taken a shot there, but I didn't. A certain level of sportsmanship and respect at play here, I believe, between these two.
Well, David Prime, like I said, he's very old school. Respect is part of his game. And you show him respect, he's going to give it right back to you. Those clean breaks, you know, as long as Overstreet is playing by the rules, playing fair like he is right there, clean break in the corner. Big arm drag, though.
Very nice.
Prime's going to return the favor. I mean, he is a sportsman through and through.
Matching these two up, David Prime obviously with the edge and experience and ring wisdom. Justin Overstreet with a height advantage there. He's going to use that leverage to his gain for sure. And arm drags back and forth here. Again, just a lot of really stellar mat work here between these two.
Well, another thing that Justin has going in his favor is, it's like we said, Prime has been out for a while. You know, he's been out with a devastating injury, what for some would be a career-ending injury. So David's not going to have that ring presence that he usually has. He's not going to have that cardio level that he normally has. I mean, they may not be go 100 miles an hour, but being down, grappling around on the mat like that, it takes a lot out of you. So it's going to be interesting to see if David can keep his pace.
And perhaps it's a show of respect that Overstreet is working on the arm rather than going straight for the neck and the back area there, taking advantage of what is a well-known injury that has taken David Prime out these past several weeks. And just speaks to the sportsmanship and respect level between these two. We're seeing a good, clean wrestling contest here, old-fashioned as it should be. Prime backing Overstreet into the corner now. See if we get another clean break. Well, Prime takes the knee to the midsection there, taking the air out of the lungs of Justin Overstreet. That's one way to overcome the cardiovascular difference, if you will, that you alluded to due to the neck injury. Hard punch to the forehead there by David Prime, and he has got young Justin Overstreet reeling. Big chop to the back of the neck. Prime is as well-rounded a scientific wrestler as they come, but he is not afraid to throw punches and get rough with a guy too, that's for sure.
Oh, well, he's a southpaw that's got a left hand like a ton of bricks. I've been on the other side of it. And more than just the punches to the head that'll lay you out, you got to watch out that big chop to the back that he loves to pull out every now and then. That'll wreck your spine up.
And just dropped a pretty devastating-looking knee right there in the neck and shoulders area of Justin Overstreet, followed up by a headbutt there in the corner. Again, that big southpaw. See him displaying the strength in that left hand. Justin Overstreet now fighting back. The damage may have already been done on Justin Overstreet. See what he's going to do in the corner here. Big splash. You see Justin Overstreet kind of seeing stars at the moment here. Not sure how with it he is, and that DDT certainly is going to help things for him.
This one could be over spine busterless.
2 count. David Prime over Justin Overstreet. But you see Prime, ever the veteran, taking his time, not giving him a moment to regain the momentum. Stays on him, keeps him down.
It's like they say, slow and steady wins the race, and in this count, it's for David Prime. Slow and steady keeps the pressure on, really not giving Overstreet a chance to catch his breath, but at the same moment, just being deliberate with everything that he's doing.
You see a lot of guys when they deliver a devastating maneuver like that neck breaker we just saw there and don't quite seal the deal on the 3 count, they get frustrated. They start jawing with the referee, jawing with the crowd, take their attention away from their opponent. Not David Prime. He just stays cool, calm, and collected, goes straight back, wrenching there again with pressure on the neck and shoulders area of Justin Overstreet, keeping a sound strategy as a man of his experience in the ring would. Overstreet now trying to elbow his way out of this. Goes to the ropes. Prime missing the clothesline. Nice cross body here. Not enough to put away David Prime. Justin Overstreet trying to turn the momentum again. Now he's starting to work on the back a little bit here. Chop to the back and a body slam. Nice looking leg drop there. Only a 2 count by Justin Overstreet.
Well, now it's starting to get to the point in the match where, these guys have been going at it for a little while. Both of these guys like to utilize that spine buster. The best way to set up for that is things like that right there, clubbing blows to the back. You got to work on that back, that lumbar area. That kind of sets it up for that spine buster to cause a little more devastation than it normally would, and a backbreaker is a perfect way to go.
No question about it. A quick succession of moves there, focusing on the back of David Prime. Justin Overstreet obviously has learned well in his travels here, employing a sound strategy himself against David Prime. Now, obviously, a win over David Prime would be quite a feather in the cap here for Justin Overstreet. Once again, taking him to the corner, keeping the arm weakened as well. Nice takedown on the leg there.
Well, you keep that
big knee to the back.
You keep that arm locked in, and you really have full control of your opponent to move him around. You have control of the neck and the shoulders. You have control of the body.
Wow, look at him cinch in with that knee. Braced right into the back of David Prime. Clutching the chin from the front there. Especially given that injury he suffered. Cannot be a good situation for David Prime. Let's see how he can counter his way out of this if possible. The crowd cheering on David Prime. He is, again, a foundation here at CSW. Definitely a crowd favorite. He makes his way to his feet, elbows his way out of that move. And Justin Overstreet takes him right back out of his momentum.
It's a devastating back elbow. Prime tried to get a little momentum going, and Overstreet was able to have his wits about him, see it coming a mile away.
Now takes him into the ropes.
Going for a spine buster, and Prime, this could be it.
Doesn't quite hook the shoulders with the legs there, but nonetheless takes him down. And whoa! Out of nowhere. A page out of David Prime's book, and Justin Overstreet with the win via the spine buster. Well, Brian Cage, let's go to the replay on that. Very impressive once again. Justin Overstreet using David Prime's own finishing maneuver on him. Hits the spine buster, full impact as you can see, just rattling him straight up the spine there.
Overstreet taking advantage of David Prime making his return.
Overstreet gets the bragging rights on the spine buster, and he is your winner, Justin Overstreet.
Once again, fans, an impressive win by the relative newcomer to CSW, Justin Overstreet. Just seems like more and more names keep coming in, Brian, trying to climb the ladder, trying to make a name for themselves here at Culture Shock Wrestling.
CSW is becoming the place where names and faces are converging to get more exposure, to really let themselves shine. Justin Overstreet, no exception to that. Very, very impressive win over a very, very game David Prime. Very old school match. The sky's the limit. We'll see where Justin Overstreet can go from here.
Indeed, and speaking of the converging of big names and big athletes, that leads us to our next event, Enter the Beast. That is going to be Saturday, October 26th. We mentioned before we were supposed to have a live show in September. Due to unforeseen circumstances, that was not able to happen. But to make it up to you, the fans, we are having a special admission price of only $5. Hey, that means you can bring more people, bring some friends with you. Bring other people's kids with you. We don't care what you do. Come on out and see the show. And one of the big things you're going to see, first of all, is the inaugural title defense for the CSW Viral Internet Championship, Chuck Diamond against Victor Crew.
Victor Crew won an over-the-top battle royal to become the #1 contender for the Viral Internet Championship, trying to bring more gold into the fist with a little bit of help from the crazy person handler, if you will, of Chris Corbin. Chuck Diamond is in for the time of his life in there with Victor Crew, the very first Viral Internet Championship title reign.
And speaking of new champions, the new Formula 1 champion, Lucha Locura, he has really got his hands full. This match is just going to be a shot of adrenaline straight into the vein. He is taking on the Man of Tomorrow, Billy Reyes.
The Man of Tomorrow is going to be here for a Formula 1 championship match. It's going to be all over the place, 900 miles an hour. If you thought Billy Reyes and Cameron Frost was something, if you thought Cali Kid versus Locura was something, wait till you see Locura and Billy Reyes in the ring at the same time.
The bar continues to be raised here at CSW. In addition to that, the brand new CSW heavyweight champion Nathan Beast will be in action, but it will be a non-title bout. He will be taking on the man who lost the Formula 1 championship, Cali Kid.
Yeah, it's a non-title match, but nevertheless, Nathan Beast is excited to be in the ring and hold up that CSW title. He's been saying it all along. It's been his dream for 9 years. He gets to live the dream in his first appearance as the CSW champion, but he's going to have his hands full with Cali Kid. You got to watch out for the fist. You never know where they're going to be.
And as if that's not enough hysteria, enough insanity, we are going to see one last collision. They've been through barbed wire and fire. They've literally torn down the building, torn down the set. Now CSW management has said this is it. This is the final encounter. It's going to be an I Quit match between Mr. Hardcore John Riker and the Beast, Lane Smart.
It says a lot that you go through a barbed wire match and still haven't settled the score. I do not blame CSW management for not wanting to sanction this match, and I definitely do not blame them for saying that this is the last time these two can go at it. It's just going to be insane. Who can quit between these two guys who just never want to quit?
Indeed. I can't even begin to predict what will happen there. It just may be mutual destruction.
Well, I do have a bit of breaking news. I do have a little bit of news.
What'd you break now?
Many things. The most important of all, I mean, you've had your heart checked out because this is big. Mike Metal has been suspended indefinitely from CSW for his actions against you, Mike.
Well,
very reasonable. I know you're not the kind of guy to do that, but he crossed a line you just do not cross. There's a fourth wall. Well, he crossed the seventh wall. There's no excuse for what the pork chop has done, and we're not going to see him in CSW for a good little while. Good riddance.
Yeah, I'm not sure who exactly is sad about the news. Nonetheless, yeah, that's breaking news. Mike Metal suspended indefinitely by CSW management. Again, I didn't ask for that, but I appreciate them putting their foot down on my behalf. So, yeah, big news. And once again, remember, October 26th for the Beast, Saturday night. It's going to be a big deal, $5 admission. For my broadcast partner, Brian Cage, I'm Mike Roycroft. We'll see you on the next Viral.